Now, welcome to today's class here. Now, here with me, I have a very crucial topic, that is calculus. With me, I have the question here, that is find the turning points of the curve, and the curve is y is equals to 2x cubed minus 6x squared minus 18x plus 100 meters. Remember, this one is a displacement, so displacement is in meters. Now you've been given this equation here, the equation of the curve, to find the turning points. So remember, getting the turning points mean you shall be getting the values of x and y when the body is at rest. So that is the turning points. Now, how can that one be? Now, for the body to be at rest here, that one mean that my dy dx, when I differentiate, shall be 0. So you are supposed to get the dy dx here. In short, you just differentiate the equation here, then you get it to 0. That is it. After that, we shall be getting the values of x. Then having the values of x, we shall be able to get the values of y. Using the values of x, then we shall have derived the turning points. And therefore, dy dx is equals to 0. And my dy dx here, by differentiating, shall be, you just take 3, you multiply it by 2. So 3 by 2, that is 6. Then you less the power by 1. So when you take 3 minus 1, that is shall be x raised to 2, because 3 minus 1 is just 2. Then minus, so these 2 multiply by 6, so 2 by 6, that is 12. Then x, the power you just subtract 1, so 2 minus 1, that is just 1. So x raised to 1 is just 1. 1 is just usually left, so you can just leave just write x minus 1, huh? Then minus, so that is 18x shall, when you differentiate, it will be 18. Now, having this problem here, I can as well reduce this, because when I divide by 6 here, I divide by 6, I divide by 6, since it is common, I shall be remaining with, that is x squared. Remember, 0 is here because it's differentiator, so that one will be 12 minus, divide by 6, that is 2, so it will be minus 2x. Then 18 divided by 6, that is 3, so it will be minus 3 there. Now, this problem here, I can rearrange it in that my 0 to be on the other side of the equal sign, and the other content to be this side. So it will be x squared minus 2x minus 3 are equal to 0. Now, having this problem here, I can use several methods to get the values of x. The easy and the best method is using the product sum method. Now, I'll be writing product sum there. So product is just AC, then sum is just b. Now, as A is the coefficient of x squared, then C here is the coefficient of the constant, then B is the coefficient of x here. So when you take 1, because of the coefficient of x squared is 1, by negative 3, automatically it is negative 3. Then coefficient of b is negative 2, so you just come here and write negative 2 there. After this, you are required to get the two numbers, which when you multiply you get negative 3, but when you add them you shall be getting negative 2, and the numbers are 1 and negative 3. In that, when I multiply 1 by negative 3, it will be negative 3, but when I add them, it will be negative 2. And therefore, I'll be substituting these two values here on where b was. And therefore, the next step shall be x squared, because this is constant, my plus, because I want to begin with 1. 1 is positive, so it is positive 1. Now, 1 by x is just x. So when I write 1x, instead, let me just write x, because 1x is just x. Then negative 3 by x, that is negative 3x. Then a constant here is negative 3 is equals to 0. Now after this, you are supposed to group them into 2, so that you can look at the common terms. When you group them into 2 there, I'll be having x and x being common here, so you just put x outside them. then you just find out how many times does x goes into x squared, and automatically is x, then plus how many times does x goes to x, that is 1. Then to the second bracket here, the common term here is 3. So I'll just say negative 3 here. Then how many times does 3 goes to 3x? That is automatically x there. Then how many times does negative 3 goes into negative 3? And that is positive 1 is equals to 0. Now when you look at the content inside the bracket, they are the same, and therefore we shall just concentrate on one bracket. Then what the content outside the bracket, I group them together so that I only have two brackets. So I'll be having x minus 3, then the other bracket I have x plus 1, I've taken that, is equals to 0. Now after reaching here, you are supposed to take the first bracket equate to 0, then get the value of x there, and that is x minus 3 is equals to 0. So x shall be 3, because when 3 goes negative 3 crosses the equal sign, it will be positive 3 there. Then to the second bracket here, it is now x plus 1 is equals to 0, and that is when positive 1 crosses the equal sign, it will be negative 1. So the value of x there shall be negative 1 there. Now having the two values of x's there, I can use the two values to get the value of y, so that we can write the turning points, because those turning points shall be when x is 3 and when x is negative 1. So we can start with any. So just let us just say when x is equals to 3. Now what is y? So I'll just write the equation here of the curve the way it is. Then I just substitute where x is, I just substitute with 3. And that is, so y it will be, it is 2x cubed. So it will be 2 and my x is 3. So my x was raised to 3. So it will be cubed there. Then I have negative 6 into x, and my x is 3 here. So it will be now into 3, but it is squared there. So square minus 18x, so I'll just write 18. My x is 3 there. Then lastly plus a constant, so 100 is just a constant, so plus 100 there. So when I work out this, I'll be having 2, that is 2 into, that is 3, that is raised to 3 there, minus 6 into 3 squared, minus 18 is raised to 3 there, so 18 into 3 plus 100. Then the answer shall be displayed in the screen there, that is 46 there. And therefore when x is 3, my value of y shall be 46. To write the point, it will be x, which is 3, then y, which is 46. So that is the first turning point. So the second turning point shall be, now when x is now negative 1, now what is the value of y? So I'll just say, now when x is equals to negative 1. So I'll just substitute the same way. So here, where 3 is, I'll just put a negative 1 as the value of x here. So I'll just say y, therefore, is equals to, now 2 into, because my x is negative 1, I'll just say negative 1, but x is raised to 3. So I'll raise this one to 3 there. Then I have minus 6. So minus 6, the content of x is negative 1. So it will be negative 1 raised to 2. So negative 1 raised to 2 there. Then I have minus 18 there. So minus 18 into, so it is into x. So I'll just write x, which is negative 1 there. Then a constant, that is plus 100. Now, when I display this, the content here on the screen, I shall be having, so that is 2 into, that is negative 1. So that is 2 into negative 1. It is raised to 3. So minus 6 into negative 1 squared, minus 18 into negative 1 then I have plus 100 which was a constant, then the answer there is now 110 being displayed on the screen. So 110 there. Now, having gotten the value of y as 110 and we were using the value of x when it is -1, that one means the second turning point shall be the value of x, which is -1, and the value of y, which is 110. And therefore, my first turning point is 346. The second turning point is -1, 110. So you are required to get both the turning points, that is 1 and 2, but not to fail on 1, because when you don't write the second one, you will be missing 1 mark. So you are required to write both of them so that you can earn the full mark. So this is a question that normally comes in section B specifically. So it is very crucial because calculus normally be in mostly, that is question 24, 22, question 23. It always range there, and it is a must. Otherwise, having understood the all that we've done here, I wish you all the best to practice the same way on several examples so that you can be able to understand the whole of the contents. See you in the next lesson. So bye.